Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Caballero, and again you're watching my channel of the Avatar in Twitch and in YouTube, and also in Periscope, Mixer, Smashcast, and what else? I guess that's it. And I think I'm also streaming in stream.tv. Okay, so I'm not sure about that. Anyway, right now you're looking at this is a looping video of what's happening in New Britannia. So if you are in New Britannia and you look up, you'll see that there are meteorites falling or shooting stars. There's a bunch of them and they are falling down on New Britannia. So what's going to happen to New Britannia? So, and why is this happening? Anyway, for this I'm not sure if I'm going to call this a show. So we're going to feature and talk about a few things, and we're going to start it with, okay, before I continue, the music that you're listening to, that is an official Shroud of the Avatar music, and the title of the music is Long Roads to Nowhere. It's an LB approved music. Okay, unfortunately I wasn't able to what do you call this, get the name of the creator of the music, but it's a Lord British approved music. You can hear it in the game. Okay, so next time I'm going to try and get the name of the actual creator of the music. Okay, so let's get into it. First, we're going to talk about free housing in Shroud of the Avatar. Yes, you can get a free house, a free room, or I'm not sure if you can get a free town, but I'm very sure that you can get a free house, a free lot, and a free room in Shroud of the Avatar. And one of the towns that offer that is, let's go and check it. And there you go. So one of the towns that offer free rooms and even free housing is Night's Watch. Okay, and you will find Night's Watch somewhere in Hidden Vale. It's nested with Kingsport. So you'll get more information about this offer by Night's Watch in the forums, as you can see here in the video. Okay, so Night Watch has like they are offering like rooms in inns. They have a 15 inn rooms, and there are like 21 rollouts. I'm not sure if all of them are still available, but I'm sure at least one or two are available. They have 7 village lots and 1 town lot. Okay, and it says here in the forum post that you'll get exclusive access, not shared. My goodness, so having your very own town lot, that is a very big lot. Okay, I'm not sure how you'll decorate such a big lot. A village lot is already big. Okay, even a row lot, it will be hard to decorate a 4-story row house on a row lot. Okay, so again, if you are interested in getting a free house, so this is the problem with some players who don't really understand what Shroud of the Avatar is that they complain about not getting that the game charges a lot of money for housing. Okay, so in a way it's kind of true, but not, because for example, I got my house by simply, or my lot, by simply saving up game gold, and I was lucky enough to win a few lot deeds during the raffle. But when it comes to houses, I started with a craftable, well, not even a craftable, I started with an in-game purchased village lot, a village house. Yes, you can buy. There are NPC merchants in the game that that sell houses, row houses, village houses. I'm not sure if there is a townhouse, but there are NPC merchants, housing NPC merchants that will sell you houses in game. And I started with a village house that I bought from an NPC, not even a player vendor, not from a player vendor or not from another avatar, but from an NPC merchant. That's where I bought my first village house that I use on the village lottery that I won from the raffle. So you don't need to spend like $100 to get a village house. You can buy it in game with game gold. Okay, so that is one of the misconception about the housing in Shroud. Oh my goodness, it costs like $1,000. Well, there are no $1,000 housing as far as I know in the add-on store, but there is a $300 house. But then again, you don't need to buy it unless of course you want to get fancy. Okay, so if you want to be you know, I don't know, if you want your house to look good, then you'll need to buy from the add-on store. But then again, if you want to save money and you don't have the cash, you can buy a house from an NPC merchant. Just look for a housing NPC merchant. You'll find them in all, if not most, NPC towns and player-run towns. They are usually located inside the bank or the NPC bank building. They are in the second floor, so you can buy them in game. Of course, now if you're just starting, you don't really need a house when you're just starting because you have bank access. So they're saying that you don't have a place to store your items. Well, there is, and that is the bank. Again, there are most, if not all, NPC towns and PRTs or player-run towns has a banker. They're inside the bank NPC building, and you'll get free storage, and you can upgrade your storage space by paying with game gold. Okay, so you can upgrade it with cash if you want to, but why would you want to upgrade it with cash when you don't have cash? So you can use game gold, and you can earn game gold by selling the things that you loot or gather from adventuring in the game to NPC merchants. So you save the gold and then you upgrade your bank storage. So even if you're just a new player, you don't need housing immediately to play the game. Okay, so as you're starting and you really must store things like maybe armor, what else, reagents, or crafting resources and supplies, you can go and you can use your bank space in the banker. By talking to the banker, you'll get a free bank storage or bank space. Now, if you really want, you know, your own place in Shroud of the Avatar, then you can get a free room, a free house in towns like Night's Watch. So just go to Night's Watch. Again, Night's Watch is located in Hidden Vale. It is nested in Kingsport. So you enter Kingsport, and then from Kingsport there is a wagon to the right of the entrance. You click on the wagon or carriage, however you call it. Okay, so you click on that, and there is a menu, a list of towns that are nested in Kingsport, and you choose Night's Watch. Of course, Night's Watch is not the only town that offers free rooms and free housing. there are a lot of, at least I know 3. uh, yes, I know 3 that offers free housing. But then again, there are a lot of avatars in the game that offers free rooms in their own homes. For example, I have all of my houses in Shroud of the Avatar. I offer the rooms for free. Unfortunately, no one has asked me to get a free room from any of my houses. I have I have one Viking Village Inn that was given to me by Time Lord, and it's in Barrigos. I also have a Gothic Inn that I purchased in game. See that? I purchased it with in game. And well, with COTOs, okay, so I was able to get like 100 COTOs, and I purchased a Gothic Inn, and that is in Veritas Sanctuary, somewhere in the Long Fall region, near the starting area for the Path of Truth. Okay, so I believe that is where Veritas Sanctuary is. It's very near Blood River, which is the starting area for the Path of Truth. So I have like 10 houses, 3 village houses, and 7 row houses, and all of the rooms in those houses I'm offering it for free to new players who wish to have their own rooms where they can put down maybe a chest or at least a couple of containers where they can store their items. But as I've said, if you wish to have your own house and lot for free, then I suggest that you check out the player-owned town of Night's Watch. Okay, so Night's Watch is governed by Astor Cerberus. So he is the governor of Night's Watch, and if you wish to get a room, all you have to do is message Astor Cerberus in game. So add him as a friend, so you'll know when he is online or not. And if he's online, just send him a message, a nice message, asking if you can have a free room or a free house in his town. Also, you can message him in the official Shroud of the Avatar forum. Okay, so that is our free housing. One of the towns or player-owned towns that offer free housing in Shroud of the Avatar. Again, that is Night's Watch. Okay, so next, let's move on. Well, there have been some changes in the add-on store. This was mentioned in the last post-mortem telethon for R51. They mentioned that they're going to start limiting the items that they sell in the add-on store. So let's go and take a look at the add-on store. Where is the add-on store? Okay, so it's right here. And here we have the add-on store. Look at that. You'll see that the items or the tabs has decreased. Okay, there are only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tabs. Before there were like a lot of tabs, more than 6 tabs, and you'll notice that the amount of items available for sale, or the amount of items they are selling in the add-on store, are very limited. Look at that. Under pets, look at that, only a couple of items. Then we have emotes, again, just 3 items. Wearables, look at that, very, very limited. We only have like Viking items. And then music, only 1 item. And then the others we have, of course, I believe it's all here. Okay, I'm not really sure, but You can buy gold crowns, of the obsidians, and store credits and bank upgrade. As I've said earlier, that you can buy bank upgrade or bank storage upgrade with real money, but you can also upgrade it with game gold, so you don't need to spend real money. Okay, so the the changes in the add-on store is not just a simple change, because if you want to buy something, if you wish to buy a decoration, an indoor decoration or an outdoor decoration, it's not there anymore. Well, it's right now it's not there. What they're going to do is they're going to cycle, cycle the items that they sell in the add-on store. I'm not sure if it's weekly or monthly. I kind of forgot, but they did say they will going to cycle it. My bet is on monthly. So again, if I'm mistaken, well, please correct me in the comment section. But if I'm not, I believe it's monthly. So they're going to cycle it monthly, and the items that they sell will be different each month. So right now, these are the items, the ones that the items that I showed you earlier are the items they are selling for this current cycle. In the next cycle, they will change it, and they will put different items. I'm not quite sure if they're going to put more. I'm sure they're going to change it, but I'm not sure if they're going to put more. So again, the items that Shroud of the Avatar is selling in their own add-on store is very limited, and the same goes for the bundles. So let's go and check the bundles. So you'll see that the bundle store, the bundles are gone. The only one, the only bundle that's in the bundle store is the Viking bundles, and it's not even complete. Look at that. Okay, so there are only like 3 items. There are a lot of items in the bundle store. We have the Viking bundle, the Shogun bundles, the Obsidian bundles, the Elven bundles. What else? I think I'm forgetting something, but there are a lot more items in the bundle store. And again, because they are limiting the amount of items they are selling in their store, they're in their online store, they also reduce the amount of bundles listed. So it's just going to be like, I believe, 1 bundle per cycle. Okay, so if you're looking, and it's not even the complete bundle, so so if you're looking to buy a bundle, you'll just have to wait for the cycle, for the right cycle where your desired bundle is listed. Okay, now if you wish to upgrade, you can still upgrade. Okay, so you can go to your account. So I'm going to show that. You can go to your account, and the upgrade is still there. The only problem with that is that you'll have no idea what the content of the bundles are, unless of course you memorized all the content of the bundles prior to their changing how the store works. Then that would be great if you memorized all of it. But for those new players, even though they can still upgrade, they will have no idea what they're upgrading to, especially if it's not listed or shown in the bundle store. Okay, so that is the change or changes that happened, or the changes that they did in their online store. Okay, I can't even call it an add-on store anymore because there are like two different kinds of store, the bundle store and the add-on store. Okay, I'm not sure if the make a difference store was affected by the change. I'm sure well, I'm sure it's not, because there's just a few items, not a lot of items in the make a difference, and besides the make a difference store is for charity. Okay, so moving on. So we've talked about free housing and featured Night's Watch as a source, as a location of free housing and even free rooms, and then the bundle store. Okay, excuse me. I had to turn off my mic because suddenly my throat became very itchy. Okay, so as I've said in my previous videos, I have this allergy, and allergy, you know, an allergy on small particles. So I always have this, my nose is always clogged, and sometimes, most of the times, my throat is very itchy. And back in December, November, and early January, I don't even have any voice. Okay, my voice was gone. So I just got my voice back earlier or late January or earlier February. Okay, so moving on, let's talk about COTOs. You know, COTOs, crowns of the obsidians, and not just any COTOs, but the gold crowns of the obsidians. As you know, it's like a premium currency in Shroud of the Avatar, as I've showed in the previous earlier when I showed the add-on store. So you buy gold crowns of the obsidians with real cash. So it's like a premium currency. Premium currencies are very common with free-to-play games, but Shroud of the Avatar is not a free-to-play game, but it still has a premium currency, and that is COTOs. Okay, so my problem with, I'm not sure if it's just my problem. So in any case, I'm going to refer to it as my problem. So my problem with COTOs right now is that, or gold crowns of the obsidians right now, is that their current prices, the price of gold COTOs in game, is insanely high. It's insanely high. Okay, so let me show you a screenshot of one of the of what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm just going to look for that. I went to Novia Market, and I checked the how much are. I checked one vendor that sells COTOs, and I believe it's the same with most player vendors that sell COTOs. So I checked this one, and my goodness, the price was insane. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, so the price of gold crown of the obsidians right now is at 4,000 per gold COTOs or G COTO. Okay, 4,000. And before this sudden increase in price, I would buy COTO or gold COTOs from player vendors to pay my lot taxes, because a gold COTO has a okay, so OBS got disconnected. Okay, so I'm not sure where it got disconnected, but it seems that OBS got disconnected. Anyway, it's back, it's connected once again, so hopefully it didn't mess up the live stream. Okay, so I'm talking about COTOs again. I'm not sure if it got disconnected before I showed the current prices, but as I've said earlier, that the current prices of COTOs is gold COTOs is at 4,000 game gold. Look at that, you can see that in that screenshot of a player vendor. It's at 4,000 game gold, and that is insanely high, because before I would buy gold COTOs to pay my lot taxes, because the price of COTOs before this sudden increase was like around 2,000 to 3,000. So it's still worth buying gold COTOs to pay for lot taxes, because a gold COTO is worth it's worth 3,500 game gold in tax credit. So if you buy a gold COTO for like maybe 3,000, you'll save 500. You'll save 500 game gold, which is, well, it's not a lot of saving, but still some savings. Before it was like 2,500. So if you were able to buy a gold COTO for 2,500, you'll get 1,000 game gold saving when paying for your lot taxes. Okay, so buying COTOs and paying COTOs, paying your lot taxes with COTOs is a great gives you a lot of savings. Okay, but now it's the reverse. If you go and buy gold COTOs to pay your lot taxes, you lose money. So that's why right now it's better to pay your lot taxes if you have a lot of lots. Like me, I have like 10 lots, so I pay a lot of taxes. Even though most of them are just row houses, still a row house is like 500 game gold a day. So that's a lot of, and if I use gold COTOs to pay it, I won't get any savings. I will lose game gold. So right now it's better to pay lot taxes with game gold. Okay, so if you're thinking of buying COTOs to pay your lot, no, don't do it. It's insane. Okay, so that is one of my problems with the current prices of gold COTOs. It's insanely high. I thought it was going to peak at its current tax credit value of 3,500 game gold, but it didn't. It went over 3,500 game gold. And here's the thing, the thread is now gone, but there was a post by Chris Pierce titled what do you call this? The title is something like their logic, or a brain dump on their logic about COTOs. Okay, so I can't remember the title of the exact thread or forum post or thread, but there was a thread that's whose title is something like that. It was started by Chris Pierce, or Atos, who is the technical director or one of the game designer of Shroud of the Avatar. And in that thread he said, I'm going to show you the what he said in that thread. Okay, so he said, COTOs drop in game and we will increase the drop rate as the vendor prices for them increase. Right now they are pretty rare, but we expect the drop rate to increase as we approach the end of the year and COTO prices approach 2,000, 2K. Okay, he said that, he posted that, and now that thread is gone. Seriously, where is that thread? Where is that thread, Mr. Chris Spears? Okay, I'm not attacking Shroud of the Avatar. I'm just curious to where that thread went. It disappeared, but fortunately, I found someone who quoted something from that thread, and I was able to grab a screenshot of it. Okay, so he said it. He said in that thread that they will increase the drop rate of COTO as it approaches the price of 2,000. Okay? But right now, it's way more than 2,000. The price, as I showed earlier, the current price of gold COTO in game is 4,000 game gold. That is way beyond 2,000. That is double the what do you call this? The price of 2,000. So it's now double that. So it's 4,000 per gold COTO, and unfortunately, I play every day. I mine every day. I mine like hours. I spend hours every day mining, and the amount of COTOs, not even gold COTOs, just COTOs. There are different kinds of COTOs or colored COTOs. The amount of COTOs that I've gotten is what? Not very much. Okay, so he said that he's going to increase it at the end of the year. It's already 2018, so the year has passed. He said this back in 2017, and also if it approaches the amount of 2K, or the value or price of 2K. Okay, so they will increase, or he will increase the drop rate, but that hasn't happened. Okay, when will this increase happen? Because right now the price is insane. It's insane. You can't even use COTOs to pay your lot taxes anymore. Okay, so that's just one of my problems with another one of my problem with COTO is that the price, the current price of COTO or gold COTOs, and the drop rate, the promised increased in drop rate. And unfortunately, well, for me, I'm not feeling any increase in the drop rate. It's like the drop rate hasn't changed in like since release or since COTOs were introduced. In fact, I was getting more many months ago than now. Well, I got lucky. I got a bronze COTO recently. So, but then again, the drop rate is like the same. It hasn't increased. So, if the target price was like 2K and now it's 4K, obviously the purpose of increasing the drop rate is to balance the price or bring down the price to their target price of 2K. So how will that happen when COTOs or gold COTOs are not dropping? Okay, sure, it's a premium currency, and currently it's their main source of income since they removed or limited the items listed in the add-on store. But still, I'm not the one who said this. I'm not the one who said that we expect the drop rate to increase as we approach the end of the year and COTO prices approach 2K. I'm not the one who said this. They said this. Okay, so of course, if you said something, if you promise something, people will expect it to happen, and it's not happening. and it's kind of frustrating and annoying that it's not happening. So when is the drop rate of COTOs, or when I'm having a hard time speaking right now. When will the increase in drop rate of COTOs happen? When will it happen? It hasn't happened. Okay, and I'm going to create a separate video that is more. I'm going to write a script for it, and I'm going to keep on bringing this back because it's very important. Because right now, the price of COTO is at 4K. So unless the drop rate increase, it will keep on increasing. Maybe next month it's like 5K. Seriously. And maybe a lot of people will, hopefully, a lot of avatars or players get into the COTO selling business, so that there'll be more competition, and the price go down. But right now there's not a lot of that. Not a lot of avatars are doing that. Only a few. I only know like 3. Okay, so one is the screenshot that I showed you. That's one, and then there's Umuri and there is Rada. Okay, so I only know 3 avatars that are in the COTO reselling business. Okay, and if there are only 3 players, I'm not sure the price will drop because there's not much of a competition, and if there's no competition, the price will just keep on increasing. And to counter that, I guess they saw that, Portalarium saw that happening. That's why they said that they will increase the drop rate when it approach the price of 2K. In fact, Chris Spears revised this statement, because in one of the videos, I'm not sure which Teleton or which Teleton, what do you call this, or in which Teleton he said it. He said that instead of 2K, he said 3K. The drop rate of COTOs will increase when it approached like 3K. So he revised what he said earlier. So he changed 2K to 3K, but still it's now at 4K. So when is this mystical when will this increase in drop rate happen? And I hope it happens soon, because if not, the price of COTO will just keep on increasing. Okay, and when that happens, it would be like better to simply buy COTOs from the add-on store than buy it in game. And recently I just used like 40 store credits to buy 45 gold COTOs from the add-on store. I'm not sure if that is what they want to happen, but if that is what they wanted, then they shouldn't have said this. They shouldn't have said that they'll increase the drop rate when the price of COTO reaches 2K. Okay, so they shouldn't have said this. Okay, because if now that they said this and they're not doing it, they're just lying. Okay, and I don't think Shroud of the or Portalarium or Chris Spears is a liar. So, well, I don't really know, since I don't really know Chris Spears. I just know him as one of the developers of Shroud of the Avatar. Again, they said this, and then they must do what they said. They must do it. They must fulfill this. This is a promise. Okay, so until the drop rate of COTO increase, I'm going to bring this back over and over and over in future videos. Okay, so moving on. So now let's talk about mining. Okay, so I was in the forums and I was, I love the forums. I enjoy reading the things, and I don't post a lot of, I don't do a lot of posting in the forums because I don't like to get into a lot of arguments. But since I do a lot of mining, I find this post very interesting, because in this post it says that you can get 7 to 8 ore per node without meticulous. Is that ridiculous or meticulous? Okay, so the post read, and I quote, "It does in fact help, especially with the secondary mats. With that said, I'm only 64 in my mining main skill, and I get 3 or 4 ore per node consistently. 3 or 4 ore node consistently, and have gotten as much as 7 or 8 ore all 7 or 8 ore all without meticulous." So that's meticulous, but it's obviously he was talking about meticulous. Okay, so this is very interesting since I do a lot of mining. I consider myself a miner, not a Bitcoin miner, but a Shroud of the Avatar miner. So I spend a lot of time mining, and if you look at my signature, I'm going to show you my signature. Okay, so looking at my signature, you'll see that my main mining skill level is 130, my mining survey is 125, my mining sweep is 128, and my mining meticulous is 133. Okay, I think that's pretty high, okay, considering that the one who is getting 3 to 4 ore per node consistently and even gotten 7 to 8 ore is only like 64. So that's like half of my mining skill level. So how in the hell is he getting 3 or 4 nodes or 3 or 4 ore consistently when I'm only getting like 2 or 3? How is that possible? Have I missed it? Maybe I missed it. Maybe I'm getting like 3 or 4 and I'm not, and because I'm not paying too much attention with what I'm doing, I missed seeing them. But recently I've been monitoring what I'm getting when I'm mining, and the highest that I've gotten recently is just 3, and I don't get it often. I get 2 often, but 3 not often. I do get them, but not often. Now for this 7 or 8 ore per node without meticulous, this is without meticulous. So you're not getting meticulous not activating. So he has gotten 7 or 8. I'm trying to pick my brain, although I have such a bad memory. But I'm trying to I've tried many times to remember but I couldn't remember getting 7 or 8 ore per node without meticulous. I've gotten 12, 11, 10, but with meticulous. Okay, without meticulous, I don't remember getting 7 or 8. Okay, and right now, based on my recent monitoring of my own output, I haven't gotten 4 ore in a node. So what's happening here? Is this a bug? or am I doing something wrong? Should I shouldn't have leveled my should have I stopped leveling my mining skills at 60 or 80? So is that the optimal skill level for mining, to get like 3 or 4 ore per node? Because right now, as I've said, I'm only getting 2 or 3 ore per node. Consistently, I'm getting like 2. From time to time, I get 3. And I haven't gotten 4. I need to check my old videos, mining videos, to see if I've gotten 4. But right now, okay, since this post was made, I started monitoring my output, or the amount I'm getting per node, or per node, and I'm maxing out at 3. My maximum is 3 ores. Okay, so hopefully this is just a bug, because if it's not a bug, then there is seriously something wrong with what I'm doing. So even though I'm mining every day, there is something wrong with how I mine. Maybe there is a technique, or a secret way of hitting the rocks, but then again, that's just animation. It doesn't do anything. Anyway, so hopefully this is just a bug, okay, and it's not it's not a regular occurrence, or it's not how the output should be, or it's not intended. Because if it's intended at my mining level skills, then there is something wrong with my avatar, or my avatar is not doing what he is supposed to be doing at my current mining skill levels. Okay. Okay, so anyway, guys, so that's it, I guess. So I've went through all the topics that I've wanted to discuss in this live stream, and hope you guys were able to enjoy the live stream. I'm not sure if people are even watching this. I just like doing it. It doesn't matter if people watches it or not. In fact, I just came across while I was looking through some of my screenshots. I came across one screenshot that said that called my videos a sorry ass video. Okay, another sorry ass video from Caballero. Okay. Okay, so obviously there are people who don't like what I'm doing, but I do enjoy it. I don't really care if people watches it. And even if you go to my YouTube channel, I don't get a lot of views, so I still do it because I enjoy doing it. Anyway, guys, so hope you guys enjoyed this one. And before you leave, I'd like to invite you guys to donate to Extra Life. Okay, so they're doing this again, obviously. Extra Life 2018 has started. So the actual event will happen later this year, where gamers go on a marathon to raise funds. But throughout the year, you can continue donating to Extra Life, because your donation will help a lot of sick children through the Children's Miracle Network hospitals. So if you donate to Extra Life through that link, your money will not go to me, it will go to the Children's Miracle Network hospitals. So also, if you haven't tried playing Shroud of the Avatar, you can play Shroud of the Avatar for free. This is not a paid advertisement. I wasn't paid by Lord British. I wasn't paid by Darkstar. I wasn't paid by Chris Ados Spears. I just like Shroud of the Avatar, and if you wish to give it a try, you can try it for free. just go to shroudoftheavatar.com, create an account, a free account, download the game, log into the game, install the game, log into the game, and start playing. And also follow me in Twitter. My Twitter name or handle is Caballero, just so it's twitter.com/Caballero. And also check out my blog, which is at caballero.info. Okay, again, as you can see, this is just you'll see that there are meteorites falling, or shooting stars, or whatever they're called. They're falling, or rocks. So this is just a looping video that I took before I started the live stream, and this is happening right now in Shroud of the Avatar, in New Britannia. Meteorites are falling. So next time I'm going to take a video of this massive rock. There is a massive rock that is heading towards New Britannia. Okay, so I think it's some kind of a countdown to Shroud of the Avatar's launch, or maybe it's a countdown to Shroud of the Avatar's closure. I don't know, but there is a rock heading towards New Britannia. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Again, follow me in Twitch if you haven't followed Channel of the Avatar in Twitch, and subscribe to my channel in YouTube. And see you in Shroud of the Avatar. Bye bye.